what we are going to do today is explore some qualities. And when I say qualities, I mean human qualities, human behavior, and some characteristics and personal traits. So there are some really useful and practical qualities, especially the adjectives. Okay, these are all adjectives. Okay, please remember that first. These are all adjectives. So the first thing we will do is we want to make sure we know the meaning of each adjectives. Okay, so what I want you to do is we will explore one after another, starting from the first column. And then when I say outgoing, I want you to rephrase the same adjective in a different way. So if you know a synonym, or if you know how to express this adjective in more words or easier words, then you can do so in the chat. So let's just start with outgoing, okay? When you see the word, the quality of outgoing, what kind of qualities do you remember? What do you think that means? So put it in the chat. Try to describe it. So you can use it. You can use the chat, or you can also tell me if you can just quickly say it out loud. Okay. So what does outgoing mean? What kind of quality is that?
Extrovert.
But yeah, that would be another way of an extrovert person. Is a quality that can be possessed by an extrovert person. And what is the other way to put it?
The person is not shy to express his emotion and the way he thinks.
Yeah, that also works. So usually it is about a sociable person, it's a friendly person. Oh, I think I saw someone put it in the chat. Yes, that's correct. Friendly, sociable, that is an outgoing person. When you are around an outgoing person, you feel comfortable because they do the job, they do the part of getting the conversation going. So that's a good quality about outgoing people. Okay, so it doesn't mean that they are going out often. Okay, outgoing, okay, they must be going out a lot. So that can be a very confusing way to interpret, but it's not like that. So it's more like just being friendly and sociable. So that's the first quality. Okay, now we know this one for sure. Next one, reserved. What is the quality of being reserved? What do you think? When you say you are a reserved person or your friend is a reserved person, what does it mean? We know the word reservation, right? Reservation. So, what is reservation? We want to book a place. We want to make sure that it is available only to us, not to other people, right? Outside of certain group. It's here, it must be here, it must not be outside. So that is the root meaning behind this word. But when you interpret it in terms of social context, right? So it's a person who doesn't easily express their emotion or their opinions, right? So it's a, yes, that is correct. A bit shy, not really shy. It's more of a composed person, right? It's composed. So reserved. It's a reserve. So it's probably a little bit different, or maybe uh, the opposite of outgoing. Someone is outgoing, someone is reserved. They are probably on the opposite side of the spectrum, right? So I think you get the idea of the word reserved. So if you're still not sure, you can raise your hand. If you are okay, I'm going to move on. All right. So let's go for the next one, ambitious. This is pretty obvious. I think most of you guys know this. What is an ambitious person look like? What is their behavior?
Great.
They want, or they want to achieve something, or they always have some kind of goals in their mind. So that is an ambitious person, right? So if you don't have goals, if you're just, eh, I don't know, I don't want to achieve big things in my life, I will just go through day after day. So maybe that person is not the most ambitious person in the world. But on the other hand, if Mary wants to achieve some kind of a postgraduate or some kind of scholarship or some kind of higher status, then Mary is an ambitious person compared to the other person we just talked about, right? So that's the ambitious person. We have yes, that is correct. Active, hardworking, always driven by goals, right? And now we have another one, easygoing. So okay, we saw outgoing, but now we see easygoing. What kind of quality is easygoing?
It's stay with the flow, right?
Yeah, it's more like I would say it is almost the opposite of the an ambitious person, because easygoing is like a flexible person in terms of everything. Okay, so flexible meaning what? It's like they don't really have much pressure on their mind. Even if the situation is a stressful situation, they don't feel the stress. They are just relaxed and they don't want to take things too seriously. So they are easygoing person. So that's why you can put ambitious and easygoing on the far side of each other, right? So on the one hand, someone is ambitious. On the other hand, someone is easygoing. Okay, are you clear with the meaning of easygoing? Okay, relaxed, positive. Relaxed is more accurate. Positive is not really accurate term to use to describe easygoing. Okay, so moving on to the next one. Now, this is probably one of the most important qualities that people need to work on. Okay, this is very important. So we need to make sure that we know the meaning the right way. Now, if there is anyone who thinks they know the meaning of the word assertive, raise your hand. I want to see how many people have the confidence of knowing this word. Assertive. Okay, so assertive, when you see the word or when you see someone who is assertive, what kind of feeling do you get? What kind of vibe do they give you? Okay, kind. You raise your hand. So, do you have an answer for this? What do you think an assertive
Yeah,
person?
I feel positive about positive.
I didn't hear quite well. Did you say positive?
Yeah.
There is something I have to correct because I just saw something in the chat. Someone said assertive may be related to aggressiveness, right? So I think I saw aggressive. Okay, so this is super important here. Aggressive and assertive are very different. Um, Unfortunately, we don't see aggressive here. I didn't put it, but just make it, just make a note of it. Assertive people
Uh,
are
positive.
those people
Mhm.
who are open and direct with their emotions or opinions, but in a respectful manner. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so it's a very important distinction between assertiveness and aggressiveness. So aggressive people, they are open, they are direct, yes, but they don't really care about other people's emotion. They don't even consider if their words may hurt other people. So that's the assertive. That's not the assertiveness. That's the people who are aggressive. So we don't want to be aggressive people in the workplace or in social context, in any situation. Assertiveness is important. So another way to put assertive is about honest with your emotions or opinions. You're honest. Now,
Yes, sir.
another word I didn't include tonight is the opposite of aggressive, which is passive. So there are some passive people, okay? So usually passive people are those who don't really express their opinions or emotions at all. So they are usually people pleaser. They want to please other people, or maybe they want to avoid conflict. So that's why they are passive. That is one behavior. Now there is a little bit similar one to that passive people. Have you ever heard of passive aggressive people? I think you have. Now passive aggressive is very different. Um, you know, passive aggressive means they are aggressive but in a passive way. They don't know how to be assertive. They don't know how to express their emotion or opinion, or they want to avoid the conflict, but they don't want to engage directly with the conflict. So they try to be indirect with the way they behave aggressively. So in workplaces, passive aggressive people are very hard to deal with. When you say something, they will respond it like it is a good thing that you said it, but they always have something else that can be interpreted as a negative meaning. So they really meant the negative meaning, but they will put it like it is a positive thing. So that is the behavior of passive aggressiveness. But since this is not about the workplace communication class, I'm not going to go detail into that. So I just want you to know that this quality, being assertive, is super, super, duper, uber important. And you have to become an assertive person if you want to establish better communication in the workplace or in the social context. In any part of your life, you want to be assertive all the time. That is the gold standard of clear and effective communication. Okay? So moving on, let's do another one.